Welcome back to our channel, fellow Port Charles addicts. Today is a beautiful day to dive headfirst into the absolute madness that is about to hit our screens. Grab your coffee, your tea, or maybe something a little stronger, because the spoilers for the week of June 29 to July 3 have dropped, and we need to unpack every single chaotic detail right now. I cannot believe they are actually doing this. I mean, I am sitting here staring at my screen at 2 a.m., completely losing my mind over what is about to happen in Port Charles. Before I even get into the nitty-gritty of the actual plot, can we just take a collective breath and scream into the void? Because the sheer audacity of these writers right now is off the charts. I know some people are loving the summer pacing, but personally, I am a nervous wreck. And I love it, but I also hate it. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just start with the biggest, most infuriating piece of this puzzle, because if I don't get this out of my system, I am going to explode. So, Drew Kane. Are we seriously supposed to accept that this man is just going to lay there in his hospital bed and ruin lives with a few blinks? I'm sorry, but Joe Fitzpatrick is the sneakiest cop on the PCPD payroll right now, and I am kind of here for it. Joe actually managed to sneakily interrogate a locked-in patient. He asked the right questions, and Drew, who is literally paralyzed and heavily medicated, managed to implicate Willow in Jordan Ashford's crash. Yes, you heard that right. Drew threw Willow right under the bus. I mean, considering Willow shot him twice, I guess turnabout is fair play in the soap world. But the fact that Joe slyly got Drew to admit that Willow could be involved is just peak daytime drama. Am I the only one who thinks this is unhinged? And then we have weeping Willow Kane herself. Naturally, she is absolutely panicking. When the PCPD starts breathing down her neck about her whereabouts on the night of Jordan's accident, what does she do? She refuses to answer Joe's questions about being on Route 91. Like, girl, do you not know how guilty that makes you look? You are already holding a paralyzed man hostage with black market drugs, and now you are playing the Fifth Amendment card about a hit and run? I've been watching this show for years, and this is the most disastrously messy Willow has ever been. I kinda love this darker cornered Willow, but she is so bad at covering her tracks. But wait, it gets so much worse. Enter Brooke Lynn Quartermain. I love BLQ, I really do. But what is she thinking? We all know Brooke Lynn is the actual driver who fled the scene of Jordan's crash, and she is so terrified of losing her perfect life that she is willing to frame Willow. But she isn't doing it alone. Brick is involved. Brick. Why is Sonny's tech god helping Brooke Lynn manipulate Willow's GPS data to place her at the scene of the crime? Is Sonny pulling some strings here to protect the Quartermain Alliance? Did BLQ call in a massive favor? I mean, manipulating a GPS to frame an innocent woman is a massive felony, Brooke Lynn. So, Brooke Lynn thinks she has the perfect plan. The GPS is rigged, Drew has already planted the seed of doubt with Joe, and Willow looks guilty as sin. But BLQ made one massive, catastrophic, unforgivable miscalculation. She completely underestimated Harrison Chase's absolute, undying need to protect Willow. I swear, Chase has a sixth sense for whenever Willow is in distress. Remember when they tried this dynamic years ago? Yeah, didn't work out well for anyone's heart then either. Chase is a cop, but more importantly, he is a man who cannot let go of his history with her. I am calling it right now. Chase is going to vow to clear Willow's name. He is going to look at that manipulated GPS data, look at Willow's tear-stained face, and decide that the entire universe is wrong, and Willow is right. And because Chase is actually a brilliant detective, when he isn't blinded by his own family drama, he is going to follow the digital breadcrumbs right back to his own wife. Can you imagine the fallout? The betrayal? Chase arresting his own grandmother-in-law, Tracy, was bad enough, but finding out his wife framed the woman he still fiercely cares about? That marriage is going to blow up in spectacular fashion, and I am already mourning it, while simultaneously popping popcorn. Okay, let's pivot before my blood pressure spikes too high, because we need to talk about my girl Trina Robinson. Finally, Trina is doing what we have all been screaming at our screens for her to do. She is ignoring her warring parents. Curtis and Portia have been an absolute nightmare lately. What with Curtis facing prison and Isaiah Gannon suing him, and Portia stressing out to the point of a traumatic labor. Trina has officially put up boundaries, and I am so proud of her. She is focusing entirely on her music career showcase with Giovanni Gio Palmieri, and it is exactly the kind of energy she needs right now. This showcase isn't just some little coffee shop gig. We are talking influential music honchos, record executives, the whole 9 yards. Trina and Gio are putting everything on the line to score some major job opportunities. But here's where the drama sneaks back in. because this is General Hospital and nobody gets to just be happy and successful. Gio is spending a lot of time with Brooklyn lately. BLQ is managing things, helping with the music side, and they are getting close. Like, really close. Not necessarily romantic, but a deep, trusting bond. But what happens when Gio finds out what Brooklyn did to Willow? Gio is the guy who literally just saved Drew Kane from drowning in the Metro court pool. He has a hero complex of his own. When Chase inevitably exposes BLQ's frame-up, Gio is going to be disgusted. He's going to turn against Brooklyn so fast it'll make her head spin. And honestly, she deserves it. You can't just ruin someone's life to save your own skin and expect your friends to stick around. I know some people are rooting for BLQ to get away with it, but personally, I need her to face the music. Now, can we talk about the biggest reveal of the century? Britt Westbourne Lives. I am literally crying typing this. We all knew she was on the run with Rocco in the British Virgin Islands, but after that terrifying cliffhanger where she collapsed and Rocco had to make an SOS call, I was terrified Ross Cullum's poison meds had taken her out for good. But she is alive. The arrest accidentally saved her life. Of course, she's now stuck in WSB custody, which is basically Cullum's playground, but she is breathing, and that is all that matters right now. The Britt-Rocco dynamic has been the unexpected emotional core of this entire summer, and I will defend them with my life. Because Britt is in danger, the next generation is stepping up, and I am absolutely feral over it. Danny and Charlotte Cassadine are teaming up to go up against Ross Cullum. Let that sink in. Two teenagers are going head-to-head with the deadliest WSB director we have seen in decades. Danny just found out his dad, Jason, is rotting in a black site because he took the fall for Rocco shooting Cullum. Danny is angry, he is betrayed, and he is ready to burn the world down. And Charlotte? She is a Cassadine. She has deception in her blood, and she just survived a kidnapping attempt. These two are going to endanger their lives in ways that will make their parents' hair turn gray overnight. I mean, they're plotting against a man who routinely orders hits and poisons people. If Cullum catches Danny and Charlotte snooping around his cold fusion research or trying to sabotage his grand plans, he won't hesitate to eliminate them. It is terrifying, but it is also the best teenage storyline we have had since the 90s. I am so invested in Danny's dark, rebellious era. He is truly Jason's son, but with a reckless edge that is pure Sam. Meanwhile, across town, the adults are doing their own breaking and entering. Carly Spencer and Lucas Jones are breaking into Windermere to save Jocelyn Jacks. Yes, finally, Carly is taking action. Valentine warned her not to, but when has Carly ever listened to a man telling her to stay put? Never. That's when I love that Lucas is involved in this. He has been through hell with Jen Sidwell, and now he is teaming up with his sister to play action hero. The Spencer siblings infiltrating a Cassadine castle? It is classic GH, and I am vibrating with excitement. But here's the kicker. Before Carly and Lucas can even get Jocelyn out, absolute mayhem busts out. Cullum is there, Cassius is there, and it is going to be a bloodbath. But Jocelyn, she isn't just going to sit there and wait to be rescued. Spoilers are hinting that Jocelyn might actually help take down Cullum with a karate kick or two. I am screaming. Jocelyn has been held captive for months. She has been arguing with Cassius, bonding with Liesel Obrecht, and she is done playing the victim. If Jocelyn delivers the final blow to Cullum's evil cold fusion research with a literal martial arts move, I will personally send the writers a fruit basket. And that brings us to the tragic, messy, heartbreaking end of Nathan West. Cassius Faison's charade is completely crumbling. Lulu knows. Anna knows. Felicia knows. The walls are closing in, and Cassius realizes he needs to get away from Port Charles immediately before Cullum kills him or the PCPD locks him up for identity theft and desecrating his own twin's grave. He is a monster, let's be real. He lied to everyone. He played with their grief. I should hate him completely, but I don't. Because before he flees, Cassius decides to risk absolutely everything to say goodbye to adorable little James West. Oh my god, the tears are already flowing. James has become Cassius's Achilles heel. He started this whole twin swap as a cold, calculating villain, but he actually fell in love with his nephew. He experienced what it was like to be Nathan, to be loved, to be a father figure, and now he has to give it all up. Will James have to say goodbye to Nathan twice? The psychological damage this is going to do to that poor kid is astronomical. Maxie is going to lose her mind. But the fact that Cassius is willing to risk his freedom, and potentially his life, just for one last batting cage session with James? It is the kind of complex, heartbreaking villainy that makes soap operas the greatest storytelling medium on earth. I am dreading watching it, but I know I won't be able to look away. This week is going to destroy us, guys. Mystery, mayhem, mischief, and a whole lot of tears. Buckle up, because Port Charles is about to explode.